Caihe was originally a man of the Tang dynasty. During his time in the mortal world, he was best known for his unconventional performance art. He often wore a ragged blue gown tied with a wooden belt 3 inches wide. Miraculously, in the heat of summer, he would stuff his gown with cotton wool, yet never shed a single drop of sweat. In the depths of winter, he would strip down to a single layer and sleep on the icy snow, with his breath rising like steam from a bamboo cooker. He was also famous for wearing a boot on only one foot while leaving the other bare. In Taoist philosophy, this half-shod, half-barefoot appearance symbolized absolute liberation and a total disregard for secular conventions. Clutching a large clapper over 3 feet long, he would wander the streets and alleys, singing in perfect rhythm with his steps. Wherever he went, crowds of hundreds would gather to watch. Though his lyrics seemed eccentric and nonsensical, they were actually cryptic prophecies urging people to look past worldly illusions and wake up to the truth of existence. His most famous and iconic song went, Caihe sings his traveling song, "How long can this fleeting world last? Youthful beauty is but a tree in spring, passing years vanish like a shuttle cast." Through these words, he cautioned mortals that earthly wealth and status are as short-lived as spring blossoms, vanishing in the blink of an eye, and that cultivating the Tao is the only true path. A disregard for wealth singing on the streets naturally brought Caihe plenty of tips from onlookers. However, his attitude toward money completely unmasked his identity as a banished immortal. When people rewarded him with copper coins, he would string them together on a long cord and drag them behind him along the ground. Even as the coins slipped off and scattered all over the road, he never bothered to look back. Sometimes he would give the money away to the poor, and other times he would leave the entire stash at a local tavern to spend on heavy drinking. Over time, people noticed a marvel. From the early days of the Tang dynasty to its final years, Caihe's appearance never aged a single bit. Generation after generation of children grew into white-haired elders, yet Caihe remained exactly the same, a youth with a face as smooth as flawless jade. It was only then that people realized he was no ordinary mortal, but a deity playfully wandering the human world. Ascension to immortality. Caihe's departure from the mortal realm was both dramatic and deeply romantic. One day, he was drinking to his heart's content at a tavern in Haoliang, present-day Fengyang, Anhui Province. Just as he was becoming pleasantly tipsy, clapping his wooden board and singing at the top of his lungs, the clear, melodious music of pipes and flutes suddenly echoed from the heavens. Moments later, a magnificent immortal crane pierced through the clouds and landed gracefully right outside the tavern window. Caihe burst into laughter, threw off his tattered blue gown, his wooden belt, and his single boot, tossing them to the ground. The moment these mortal belongings touched the earth, they dissolved into a wisp of clear smoke. Caihe himself lightly mounted the crane and amidst brilliant rays of auspicious light and celestial music, ascended to heaven in broad daylight. The iconic magical flower basket. After joining the 8 Immortals, Caihe's image became permanently associated with a flower basket. The sacred flower basket. Though it looks like a simple bamboo basket, this magical artifact is said to radiate 10,000 beams of divine light and encompass the entire universe. The basket is filled with everlasting celestial flowers and immortal herbs. During the legendary tale of the 8 Immortals crossing the sea, Caihe cast his basket into the eastern sea. It instantly expanded into a vessel as massive as a great ship, and the immortal blossoms within radiated a brilliant golden light that immediately calmed the raging storms and wild waves. In Chinese folk culture, because of his flower basket and his pure, innocent nature, Caihe has been widely revered as the patron deity of the floral industry, the flower god.